Oh yeah, the Black Swordsman Kirito returns. Double Kirito win. So what's up guys, Foxen here. SAO Alicization episode 22. Would Alice, Kirito, and Eugeo be able to take out this horny ass Quinella clown? By the way, do be sure to like and subscribe for weekly juicy SAO videos from a huge SAO fan. You'll also help other SAO fans find these videos. So let's get started. Who would be victorious, the trio or someone excited by Quinella that look like that? So you got that blazing Gengar wannabe? Oh, how to take this down. Hey Eugeo buddy, I recall you taking down that blazing Phoenix Knight. How about stepping up to bat right now? No, you can't do that? Okay Alice, your turn to go on defense with the Golden Senbunzakura. So yes, you got that 10-second assault. Come on Kirito, this time aim for the head. Right here, super props to Eugeo for thinking, not targeting the ugly ass clown, but his little sweetheart to distract him. Which really, by the way, showed that Quinella's really good at blowing. It almost seemed like she freaking wanted to laugh with that weak ass Keto skill. Cause really, right here, you really have Quinella reminding me of the overpowered Aizen. Anyway, for Kirito here, cue in the SAO haters. Overpowered main character season 1 powers activate! Frickin' Kirito with this one-hit KO move. Oh, and so completely extremely bloody. Gotta censor that. By the way, Blu-ray on sale now. But hold up, let's talk about the return of the Black Swordsman Kirito. What exactly was up with that long distance skill? Let me go ahead and explain. To be honest, for the anime you could really just write this off as some new SAO skill. However, it really wasn't. This was actually Kirito using the Vorpal Strike skill, also known as that one-hit, one-handed sword skill. The one Kirito has used multiple times. Kirito, through the power of the incarnation system in the Underworld, was actually able to extend this skill by 5 times, just to penetrate his victim. But back to the Black Swordsman return, complete with the black coat and giant fidget spinner. Oh, didn't those things die off already? Let me just mention that I was extremely curious to see how they would pull this off in the anime. And I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but honestly, I was originally not a fan of Kirito going back to his old wardrobe. Even when they did it in the SAO movie, I was like, really? You're going back to that past stuff? I thought we were moving forward. But who knows, maybe I'm alone on this. So let me know down below, are you excited for the Black Swordsman Kirito's return? Even if only briefly. Who knows, maybe I'll get used to it by next time. I'll just say that right now, it turned out better than I expected. Anyway, back to Quinella. Oh, she was not impressed with that horrible battle. But can you really blame her? Wah, the horny clown that already got beat lost again. I kinda like how she just discarded him like a used condom. Anyway, more important, you have Quinella bringing up Isekai Kirito. Oh, you're not from here, little boy. Interestingly, you quickly heard Kirito drop the admin title, but he still strangely kept the san for Quinella's name. Either way, between Quinella, Kirito, and Alice, you got them revisiting the incoming Dark Territory invasion. Poor Alice right here, so enraged, just bringing her deep pain out into the open, complete with face filled with tears, although only one eye right now. Of course, Quinella only barfed back about her supposed love to the Knights. Oh, Quinella. I'm definitely loving this purple nudist more and more each episode. And it's not cause you can see the jiggly bits. She's just so nasty and evil, all coming from this very pretty smiling face. Quinella so far is easily the best SAO villain yet. Come on, Quinella figure, win. Just announce it already. The cherry on top of this episode was this Quinella scene, which was really just her casually admitting to resetting the Knights. And she could also do Alice that wonderful favor. This right here just sent freaking chills down my spine. As for Kirito really butting in here, seemed like he really hit a pain point for Quinella. Don't forget, you busty nudist, your origins are human too. Perhaps the biggest shot at her ego was the mention of the Underworld being reset. Cause honestly, Quinella could try, but she's no real god. Wrath is in full control. By the way, some very nice, subtle foreshadowing stuff here. Post down below if you want the juicy spoiler. And then, yeah, that freaking pissed off Quinella. Mission accomplished. This right here was definitely one of her most defining points in the novel for Quinella, which is really her greatest motivation. Simply Quinella being this human that became self-aware about being in a simulated world, and then being completely disgusted at the thought of bending over to her creators. Honestly, can you really blame her? Next up, Quinella's release recollection. Oh, but she doesn't have a sword. Also known as her backup plan to combat the Dark Territory. Remember those divine weapons? Awaken the Golden Sword Titan. And oh my freaking god, a fully animated metal monster. Once again, this is really just A1 Pictures flexing their animation. Cause really, they could have easily gone the CG route like every other metal creature in anime. But no, and thank you so much. Now, for the power of this beast, 30 divine weapons plus polymerization, which really makes something you should get the hell away from. Also, a bit of a side note, you did see this Golden Titan in the updated opening. It really seems like whatever happens in the SAO openings, just expect the complete opposite in the actual battle. Slight hint for the Quinella fight, by the way. Also, just the look of this thing, it really reminded me of that Skull Reaper from Season 1. I'm sure that the beast was designed with that thing in mind. Even that scene of Eugeo being scared stiff, then Alice coming in for the block, really felt like a callback to the original Skull Reaper fight, where you had Kirito just losing all hope, then you had Alice coming in to knock some sense back into him. Continue fighting. Unfortunately, unlike that Skull Reaper fight, Alice and Kirito really just went down like flies. That blade penetrated Alice like a hot knife through butter. Neither Kirito, Alice, or Eugeo were any match for this Golden Titan. Very nice touch was Quinella laughing at their defeat. Oh, so evil. Next up, the Charlotte Spider to the rescue. And also Sally, the first casualty of Season 3 too. Taken down extra quick. For that humongous spider scene, this was another scene I was also curious to see how it would be made into the anime. Cause really for me it seemed pretty silly in the novel, although still pretty sad when we lost her afterwards. So let me just mention this. Unfortunately, it does seem like her death lost a lot of the impact and weight in the anime version. For me, since I know the background, it still got my eyes a little watery. This tiny spider was first introduced and focused on in the Zakaria chapter that got cut for the anime. It really reminds me of some of the cuts that Attack on Titan Season 3 made for the Uprising arc. But either way, the overpowered lowly returns. Cardinal is here to save the day. Thankfully, Eugeo used the right dagger this time. So you got Cardinal coming in using Max Heal on Alice and Kirito. Just a few minutes more and they would have been goners, especially Alice. By the way, very nice of Quinella to give them a little moment to recover, including enough time for Charlotte to get a little moment too. Finally, at the end there, love that symbolism for Quinella. Is she a god, an angel? More like a fallen angel. I would say devil or demon, but those actually exist on the other side. So are you ready? 2 episodes before the break, and really the next 2 episodes will destroy me. By the way, you may find out how long the break is from the next SAO event at Anime Japan next weekend. I'll be sure to keep you updated. Next up, let's go into the light novel changes going into the anime, some highlights. Once again, another beautifully adapted episode. At this point, you're not going to be surprised that they cut out a bunch of Kirito's stunts. First off, for Kirito, at the beginning of that fight with the Blazing Clown, Kirito noticed that sword skills in the Underworld sometimes demonstrated this power that far exceeded the equivalent in SAO. In other words, it was possible to amplify SAO skills through the power of the incarnation system. Next up, the Black Swordsman Kirito. So far it really seems like they've removed this subplot. In the novel, Kirito really just thought about how much he disliked and almost hated this Black Swordsman persona. Part of it was really just because Kirito didn't feel like a hero, and instead felt this guilt over failing to save a lot of people back in SAO. Ironically, Kirito was thinking how much this Black Swordsman persona was different from himself, right before he switched into that getup. Next up, that ugly ass clown dying. Despite the discount Pennywise being his enemy, Kirito really didn't feel happy about having to destroy this guy's life. Next up, some Eugeo stunts when Quinella was mentioning about Kirito being from the other side. For a brief moment, Eugeo wondered whether Kirito possibly was from the Dark Territory. Perhaps that would have explained his mysterious Aincrad style, something that didn't exist in the Human Empire. And last up, you have Kirito's stunts when dying after Alice and him got slashed by the Golden Titan. At this moment, Kirito was really just feeling awful. He realized that he would probably get kicked out of the Underworld and then be awakened by the Wrath staff. Most likely they would just tell him that the Underworld got deleted and Alice and Eugeo were gone. At this moment, Kirito really wished that if Alice and Eugeo were really gonna die, that he only wished there was some way for him to die too, actually having this true death experience. Really quickly, I do want to bring this up about the updated opening, notably the scene that shows Alice versus the Golden Titan. Just as a parallel here to the first opening, when Kirito was fighting with Asuna. For this updated opening, you have Alice just running up the Titan Sword 2, jumping, then attacking, just like Asuna back then. By the way, really quickly, let me just mention that Yuki and Asuna Sword Academy versions just got added to SAO Memory Defrag, which is so freaking awesome. They even included a reference to the Blu-ray cover with Yuki's skill. You definitely have to appreciate that level of detail. But anyway, more important, let me hear from you. Question of the day. Did you like the little tease of the Black Swordsman Kirito? And how about the Fire Clown fight? Was it what you expected? How about Quinella's Sword Titan? Was it too overpowered? And are you ready? 2 episodes to go. Anyway, be sure to smash that thumbs up and subscribe. So all of this fighting, but when is Asuna coming into SAO Alicization? Find out right now. New video on that. And will Double Kirito ever show up? Check out my video on that juicy SAO topic. Be sure to hit bell notifications and I'll see you guys later.